Chapter 8. And the Lord said to Moses, Take Aaron, and his sons with him, and the robes and the holy oil and the ox of the sin offering and the 2 male sheep and the basket of unleavened bread, and let all the people come together at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses did as the Lord said, and all the people came together at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses said to the people, This is what the Lord has given orders to be done. Then Moses took Aaron and his sons, and after washing them with water, he put the coat on him, making it tight with its band, and then the robe, and over it the ephod, with its band of needlework to keep it in place. And he put the priest's bag on him, and in the bag he put the Urim and Thummim. And on his head he put the headdress, and in front of the headdress the plate of gold, the holy crown, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And Moses took the holy oil and put it on the house and on all the things in it, to make them holy. 7 times he put oil on the altar and on all its vessels, and on the washing basin and its base, to make them holy. And some of the oil he put on Aaron's head, to make him holy. Then he took Aaron's sons, clothing them with the coats, and putting the bands round them, and the headdresses on their heads, as the Lord had given him orders. And he took the ox of the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on the head of the ox, and he put it to death. And Moses took the blood and put it on the horns of the altar and round it with his finger, and made the altar clean, draining out the blood at the base of the altar. So he made it holy, taking away what was unclean. And he took all the fat on the inside parts, and the fat on the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, to be burned on the altar. But the ox, with its skin and its flesh and its waist, was burned with fire outside the tent circle, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And he put the male sheep of the burnt offering before the Lord, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on its head, and he put it to death. And Moses put some of the blood on and round the altar. And when the sheep had been cut into parts, the head and the parts and the fat were burned by Moses. And the inside parts and the legs were washed with water, and all the sheep was burned by Moses on the altar. It was a burnt offering for a sweet smell. It was an offering made by fire to the Lord, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And he put the other sheep before the Lord, the sheep with which they were made priests, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on the head of the sheep, and he put it to death. And Moses took some of the blood and put it on the point of Aaron's right ear and on the thumb of his right hand and on the great toe of his right foot. Then he took Aaron's sons, and Moses put some of the blood on the point of their right ears and on the thumbs of their right hands and on the great toes of their right feet. And Moses put the blood on and round the altar. And he took the fat, and the fat tail, and the fat on the inside parts, and the fat on the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and the right leg. And out of the basket of unleavened bread which was before the Lord he took 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of bread with oil on it, and 1 thin cake, and put them on the fat and on the right leg, and he put them all on the hands of Aaron and on the hands of his sons, waving them for a wave offering before the Lord. And Moses took them from their hands, and they were burned on the altar on the burnt offering, as a priest's offering for a sweet smell, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And Moses took the breast, waving it for a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' part of the sheep of the priest's offering, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And Moses took some of the holy oil and of the blood which was on the altar and put it on Aaron and on his robes, and on his sons' robes, and made Aaron holy, and his robes and his sons' robes with him. And Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, The flesh is to be cooked in water at the door of the tent of meeting, and there you are to take it as food, together with the bread in the basket, as I have given orders, saying, It is the food of Aaron and his sons. And that which is over of the flesh and of the bread is to be burned with fire. And you are not to go out from the door of the tent of meeting for 7 days, till the days for making you priests are ended, for this will be the work of 7 days. What has been done this day, has been ordered by the Lord to take away your sin. And you are to keep watch for the Lord at the door of the tent of meeting day and night for 7 days, so that death may not come to you, for so he has given me orders. And Aaron and his sons did all the things about which the Lord had given orders through Moses.